Code Red selected.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Code Red, and I am back with another one. So listen, man, first and foremost, before we even get started, I just want to wish everyone a happy new year, okay? It is officially 2025, guys. 2024 is behind us. It is gone. It is in the history books, all right? So if anything has happened, if you guys went through anything at all, it's been a bad year for you, guess what? It's behind us, man. And we're just going to push forward. 2025 is here. This is what is important. It's all about making yourself great, pushing towards those new goals, and becoming just a good person, a great person overall, guys. So, that being said, I want to talk about something. With the new year coming in, of course, new things come in, right? 2025 was a great year for the FGC and just the fighting game genre in general. We got some great news, some great announcements, surprises. 2024 was stacked, okay? For some people, they're looking at this year and not thinking that it's going to be as heavy on the fighting game side. But to me, I actually think this is going to be one of the bigger years in recent years when it comes to fighting game and just the community in general. And so for me, I have put together a list of things that I am anticipating, whether it be games or just projects in general, that I feel you guys should have on your radar and to look out for, because 2025 is going to be lit, man. So without further ado, guys, let's jump right into it. Let's waste no time and let's get to this list, all right? Starting things out, we got to talk about it. 2XKO, all right? So 2XKO had an interesting year in 2024. So this project has been going on for a while, ever since it was called Project L. But it's been going on for a while. In 2024, we got a lot of big movement, a lot of great movement with this game. News was stacked. We even got a play test. So in the beginning of the year to the mid of the year, it was pretty heavy with the 2XKO stuff. After about mid-year, things started to slow down a little bit. And then suddenly at the end of the year, we got the appearance of Jinx. Now, Jinx had been featured in the game development since the beginning, but as time went on, she just kind of disappeared. And then she resurfaced. They showed her new playstyle and her overall appearance, and it was great, man. The trailer was so crazy, and that just led us into knowing that a new playtest will be coming at the beginning of sometime in the beginning of this year. Signups for that are going on now, and I personally think that this is going to be a crazy year for that game. I think that obviously it's being released this year, and I think they just got to get the ball rolling, because, you know, with time when cutting it short like this, time is everything. But I do think that this year is going to be heavy with this game. And what I like about this game, and I think what's going to be big with this game, is that it's going to show a lot of things. And first and foremost, it's going to show, I think they've been doing a really good job at how to properly transition from one genre to the other. So, you know, obviously we know 2XKO is from the world of, you know, League of Legends and things like that. So to see the transition into the fighting game genre, I think that it's showing honestly the right way to do it. You know, not saying that other games have done it bad, but so far this game has been doing it right and going about and really just interacting with the community. And I think that's what has been making this game do as good as it has been doing. But I think that 2XKO is going to be a big hitter this year, and I think that people are going to be really excited about the finished product. And I think that it's going to be a game that's just going to continue to grow. To be truthfully honest, I think it's going to be just a game that's going to truly continue to grow, as it's just so community based. But that is a game that is definitely one you guys need to watch out for pushing forward. City of the Wolves. So Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is set to release in April of this year. And I gotta tell you, man, the hype is so huge for this game. So with KOF 15 coming to an end, And most not expecting like a new season to come about from KOF 15. And a lot of people are just ready for a new installment, you know, with KOF. City of the Wolves has taken on that role as the top game for SNK. Like, we know that. Like, it's gonna be the top game, at least for right now, for SNK. And it has been doing a great job. Mark of the Wolves was released about 25 years ago. So, you know, the hype train is there. Like, this is definitely something that people have been waiting for. This game was teased 2 years back. We got a teaser for this game. And since then, this year, or 2024, it was just back to back news. And I'll say this, the thing that I have liked about the promotion for City of the Wolves is that even though the game, I do feel like the news has been spread out, it has come at a good pace. You know what I mean? Like, the pace has been good, and it's been not too much, not too little, but it's been just right. The issue is, guys, is that with April being a launch for this game, they got to get it moving. You know, we still got news of a beta that should be coming out. You still have a roster that's incomplete. Got like 4 more characters left, and I just think that it's time to get it going. So I think that these next couple of months is going to be crazy for this game. So expect this game to just be pushing. And the thing is with this game, man, I got a chance to play it. It's checking all the boxes. I think that this year, this game is going to be probably the biggest game as far as on the competitive side. In 2025, I think it's going to be the biggest game. I do. I think it's going to be that big, and it's going to have that much of an impact. The anticipation is just huge for this game. So, guys, really watch out for City of Wolves. It is going to be a big one, all right? Moving forward, HunterXHunter, Name Impact. So, originally, HunterXHunter, the HunterXHunter game was originally supposed to be released in 2024, so last year. The date got pushed back to this year. Now, when this game first was dropped on the scene, I can say that people kind of, I don't want to say disappointed, but what threw people off a lot was the appearance of the game. Now, early on, people thought that maybe this was just, you know, a pre-development thing, and you know, the game will improve as far as appearance-wise or whatever. But as time went on, we started to realize that no, this is how the game is going to look. Now, for me, I will say this. Graphics and just like the overall appearance of the game are not a deal breaker for me. They're not at all. I think that every game has its own style and its own appearance, and you know, it does nothing to me as long as the gameplay is good. I've always been like that. But I do understand, and I do know that some people do not look at it that way, and sometimes appearance is everything. Teaser, we're gonna be getting into a game which was affected by that later on, but I do know that the appearance of a game can affect a game and its longevity. Now, with that being said, HunterXHunter, it's pushed back. From my understanding, it's for the rollback, but it was pushed back. And I will say I got a chance to play this game and actually watch a live tournament of this game. And I got to say, man, it's a good game. It plays well. It feels well. And if you're a fan of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, literally, it's almost identical. Like, it literally plays very similar to that game. And it's Marvel vs. Capcom 3, literally. So I think that a lot of people will like it if they just give it an opportunity and play it. They will enjoy it a lot more than just sitting and watching it. If you're sitting and watching it, you might be turned off by it. It might be like, nah, this ain't for me. But once you actually play the game with your hands on it, you realize that it's a hitter. It's a banger. It's definitely a banger. The only problem that I have with this game, and the only thing that I see being an issue, is that I do feel like it's still a niche game, and because of that, games like this sometimes they tend to fall by the wayside. And this is due to, you know, there's so many games coming out, and there's so many games currently out that a lot of time and dedication goes to those games, and these type of games kind of fall off. And then with the added appearance issue that the game has, you know, this may keep people away. But either way, it's going to be one of my top games that I'm going to play, and I'm really hyped for it. And I hope that, you know, people really give it an opportunity, because I think it's a dope game, and I think it's going to be good. So moving forward, guys. Capcom Fighting Collection 2. So towards the end of 2024, we received Marvel vs. Capcom Collection, and man, was it a success. All right, look, I wouldn't say that it exceeded expectations, because in order to do that, it had to do more than what was expected. I think we all knew that the Marvel collection was going to sell like hotcakes. I mean, it's Marvel vs. Capcom. Like, this is like on Mount Rushmore of fighting games, you know, as far as like a series. And Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is up there, like with the greatest of the greatest, right? So I don't think that it really exceeded expectations. I think we knew, but this game did its thing, okay? This collection did its thing, and I don't expect anything different. I don't expect anything different with Capcom Fighting Collection. I don't. I think it's going to put in some serious work. And to me, and this could be just my personal bias, right? But I feel like the package is even better than the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. And that Capcom vs. SNK 2 is my favorite fighting game ever. I've been noted to say that many times. I was never one of the best at it, but it was always my personal favorite fighting game ever. And just looking at that package that's coming in that collection, it is going to be a crazy collection, okay? So I expect it to just do numbers. I expect it to be awesome. And honestly, I think that a lot of people are going to support it just like they supported the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, simply because these games kind of put you in position to get greater things, let's just say. And I think that these projects are leading up to something good, and I think that because of that, people are even more so supportive of these games. And I think this one's gonna be a crazy one, just like the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. And yeah, it's gonna be up there, guys. One to definitely check out. So now let's talk about some of the goodies, okay? We done got through, like, obviously the games that are dropping, right? Virtua Fighter, okay? Virtua Fighter had a good year to close out 2024. They've been on a tear. They've been on a tear lately, and they're not slowing down. Franchise it's not slowing down. We got trailers, we got news, we got information. And it's safe to say that Virtua Fighter is back on many levels. Okay, it is back. So Virtua Fighter REVO is stated to be the last version in the VF5 series, and it's set to be released in January, so this month, and it's coming out on Steam. The game is going to feature new modes, graphic upgrades, and of course rollback, which is huge. I cannot stress this enough to you guys. If you have never played a Virtua Fighter game, or you have gone on a hiatus, or if you like me and you just want to learn the game, this is the perfect time. This is the perfect time, guys. I've been playing a lot of VF lately, and I can say that the experience has been more than I expected. The game is just so damn fun. It really is. With REVO launching on Steam, I feel that this is the best time, because like the player pool is just, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane because people are really preparing for Virtua Fighter 6, which we got news of that, right? Which was huge. And of course VF6 is probably gonna be farther down the line. I mean, I don't expect it to come out this year, but people are preparing for that. So because of that, you're getting a lot more diversity, and a lot of people are just going to be hyped to play REVO when it comes out. And of course, the PlayStation, you know, got the upgraded version. But I think people are just going to be so hyped that it's going to be so easy to really learn. The community has always been there, but I think that it's going to flourish more, and it's going to be bigger, even bigger, because Virtua Fighter is just going to feel a whole. that's kind of been missing. And I think people are going to appreciate this game and the franchise in general more than they ever have. And I'm hyped for it. I'm hyped for it. I'm still learning and I'm enjoying learning. And man, this is the best time, guys. So this is one of the games that I definitely think you guys should invest in and take some time to actually learn it. VF5 REVO, excuse me, REVO. If you can get it on Steam, get it, man. It's worth it. And last, man, and last, we got to talk about it. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and Beyond. So, for those that are unfamiliar, recently Maximilian and a team of developers created a mod for MVCI. You know the game that was supposed to be the successor to Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. Now, here's the thing, yo. When MVCI came out, I would say it flopped, but because I mean, it didn't flop as far as like sales. Like when it came out, people bought the game and played it, right? But it failed. It failed, and a lot of it had to do with the overall appearance of the game, which that probably would be one of the bigger reasons, even though there were many other reasons. But that had to be the biggest thing. The game just failed because of appearance. It left a bad taste in people's mouths. But what's so interesting about MVCI is that the gameplay was just so top notch. It really was. It was free flow. It was so free flow, and it's one of those games that's very like, if you think it, you can do it. And because of that, it maintained life. It did maintain a heartbeat. Maximilian, you know, he was one of those guys that enjoyed the game, and he's been on record saying about how fun the game actually is. It was just ugly, and I think a lot of people would agree. I mean, it was a great game from a gameplay standpoint, but it was just ugly, you know. Well, since with this MVC Infinite and Beyond project, these guys got together and they basically created a mod that literally did an overhaul of this game. I mean, it literally revamped this game from top to bottom. Just the overall appearance was better. They've added game modes to it. The game looks like a brand new game, literally. I had spent some time with it, played it a little bit. And I gotta say, man, it's like playing just like I just literally went and bought this game fresh, like off the shelf or something. Like it is so beautiful now. Like it really is. And it's so crazy how a simple can of paint can just create something like this and make a game just feel so fresh and new. Now, the reason that this game has made this list is simply because I want to see what a game like this could do if it just had a good start. MVCI was always a light game for its gameplay, but of course it wasn't enjoyed for the way it looked. Now that it has been polished up and got a little jazzy, I want to see how people respond to this game, you know, especially on the competitive side, and just how people take to it now that this game is fresh. But that's it. That's why it's on the list. I'm just curious to see, now that this game is getting a little head start, how are people going to take to it? That's it. That's it. And I think that while I don't think that it's just going to suddenly just take over, I do think that we're going to see the potential that was there. We're going to see the potential that was there. And salute to Max, you know, and you know, his team, because they did their thing on this. So, but anyways, guys, that is my list for 2025. What do you guys think? Is there anything on the list that I missed, or something in particular that you are looking out for? Anything that you agree with on this list, man, just hit that comment section and let me know how you guys feel, and how do you feel about 2025 just as a whole when it comes to fighting games and just gaming in general. I think it's gonna be an excellent year. I wish you guys the best this year, man, and it's gonna be a lot of good stuff going forward, guys. And just thank you guys for rocking with me as always. All right. I'm gonna say it as always, man. You guys take care of yourselves and take care of each other, all right? Code Red out.
Code Red.